Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. So, as you guys know, I'm a huge fan of the sit down coffee talk, let's drink some coffee and chat about updates, life, writing, whatever. But it is 11:35 at night, which of course that's never gonna stop me from having coffee, but I need to eat dinner. So I actually had the idea, because I'm making tacos tonight, that instead of like a coffee talk, we have like, I don't know, tacos and chat. Well, that's a really lame title. Anyways, we're gonna make tacos and we're gonna have a little chat here. Let's go over here and look at what we have for tacos. So here's what we have. I was originally had this idea I was gonna make tofu tacos, and I do actually have the crispy tofu already made up, but I saw this at the store today and I've made this once before and it was freaking delicious. So, and it's really easy. So I'm just going to make this. And then, because you guys know that I am trying to lose weight, I found these 25 calorie each tortillas, which is awesome. We've got some limes, cilantro. We've got red and green salsa, cheddar cheese, guacamole, and of course we cannot have a taco and chat without a Corona. I have not had beer in like so long, but these only have 99 calories each. So we're gonna have some Corona. We're gonna have a little chat. Oh my god, that actually surprisingly worked really well. I have you guys actually sitting and I'm using the Corona, you know, holder thingy as a tripod. The first thing we need to do is make the beef barbacoa. We're just gonna make it in the microwave because I don't give a shit. So I have to puncture the bag 2 to 3 times with a fork or knife, keeping the bag in the microwave safe tray. Heat on high for 3 to 4 minutes until hot. Remove from microwave. Let sit for 2 minutes. Then cut open the pouch and pour onto plate or bowl. I wanted to do this because I feel like we haven't had a chat in a while, and I wanted to update you on. Okay, I need a knife because this is kitchen scissors. 1, 2, 3, 4. That did not work. 4. There we go. Okay, so I haven't really done like a life and writing kind of update or whatever, so I thought that that would be fun. I also posted on Instagram that I was going to do this video and asked, you know, posted one of those like ask me anything. So I do have a few questions that people have asked me. So the first thing that I wanted to kind of have a little chat about with you guys is Camp Nanowrimo. So I am participating this month. So if you watched my like resetting my life goals video, I mentioned that I wanted to write 20,000 words in the month of June. Granted, I came up with that goal and I think I posted that video. It was like in the middle of the month. Yeah, I wrote like 400 words for the entire month. I really kind of sucked at that whole writing thing. So I am doing Camp Nanowrimo this month and my goal is 30,000 words. I kind of started writing yesterday and I wrote 1,422, even though 1,364 was my only goal. Today I only wrote about 700. Not all of those words were drafting. Some of those words were outlining, but with camp you can kind of count them all because words are words, right? So but it doesn't actually count that in my Dabble, so I think I'm just gonna have to go off of what Dabble says, because I put in Dabble that my goal was 30,000, so it's really only counting a couple hundred words for today. And honestly, I hate them all and I'm probably gonna start them over tomorrow because I just wasn't really feeling writing this evening. Also, I should warn you, it is the 4th of July, so you may hear some crazy noises and dog freaking out because in my state fireworks are legal. And people have been letting off fireworks every like couple minutes. It's been pretty quiet for the last like hour though. So yeah, so 30,000 words is my goal. Okay, so I've cut up a little bit of cilantro. Now I'm going to cut up a lime wedge for the tacos and my Corona. I'm so excited for this beer, you guys. Like, I can't even tell you, I have not had a Corona in literally years, I think. Yeah, anyways, so that's just, I mean, there's not really much to update. I'm doing Camp Nano. It's going okay so far. It's a pretty big goal for me, but I'm feeling really good about the trophy wife. And I think part of it is because, I mean, I've lived with this story for 3 years. I've outlined this story multiple times because I already wrote the script for it. And so I think already having that basis, I've already written some of these scenes, like I'm expanding on, but I've already written them. So I'm just writing them a little differently or giving more backstory, more emotion to the story. And I'm just, I don't know, I'm just loving that. Oh my God, that lemon just spit at me. Okay, so I've got some lime wedges done. Oh shoot, I forgot to put these. Okay, so I do like to take my tortillas and I like to make them a little crispy. So I just do that in the air fryer. So we're gonna have like 3 tacos. So I just put those in the air fryer for like 3 minutes. So it is gonna get a little loud. So we will continue chatting when the air fryer is done. So I'm not gonna lie, I kind of fucked that up. So beef was in there, came out super hot, had to let that cool off. And the tortillas I overcooked. So I had to make a second batch because the first ones came out and they're just like corn chips now. So this is not like the best cooking video. I probably don't recommend following this recipe like at all, but that's not really the point. So let's go ahead and put these tacos together because I want to jump in now that we talked about all the writing stuff. Let's talk about more life. I've got like life stuff I want to talk about. I want to talk about channel updates and do the little Q&A. So first things first, we have to actually put the tacos together because I'm freaking starving. Are you guys okay? You just went flying, and not just like, oh, you fell on the floor. Like, you went flying halfway in my kitchen, and then I got really scared because I picked up my camera and it was like, memory card error. Anyways, so my goal is that I want to start doing more lifestyle type content, or just like showing you more of my life, because I'm excited to share these things with you, and I feel like it'll give me more content. I'm not going to stop doing writing content. I'm not going to stop doing reading content. I started trying to, like, I was doing like a separate TikTok and a separate Instagram for my weight loss journey, and I'm not going to do that. It's just too much. It's too much. I don't have the time to post on multiple accounts. So I'm going to start bringing them. My channels were called Amara's Getting Healthy because it was all about my journey towards bettering my mental health, my physical health, my weight loss journey, all of that. And I just feel like I don't have the time. You almost went flying again. So now I'm like hunched down. I probably should have just grabbed the tripod. This video is such a freaking mess. I'm sorry. But also, I'm not sorry because it's midnight and I don't give a shit. Where was I? Oh, Amara's Getting Healthy was my channel. Or like my Instagram and my TikTok. And I do want to update you guys and show you what happens when I don't film in the gym because that creeps me out, and like I'm too self-conscious about that. But I mean, I might do little clips here and there if I'm by myself, but it still makes me really uncomfortable. So, but I do want to talk about, you know, oh, I'm going to the gym today or whatever, like if it's a daily vlog. And in terms of like updating you on my weight loss progress and stuff like that, like I might do more videos like this, obviously not ones that are completely insane like this one is. But you know, if I'm doing a vlog and it's a writing vlog, I'll show you what I'm eating. Or if I'm doing like a day in my life or just like a weekly, just general, this is my life. Here's what I'm reading, here's what I'm writing, here's what I'm doing on my day-to-day. I'll show you what I'm eating so you can see some of that stuff. And then I do want to start doing the monthly reset videos. I was going to do one for July. If you saw my life reset video, you kind of understand what that looks like a little bit, but the monthly ones are a little bit more detailed. They do involve like budgeting and just general like goal setting. How did I do last month? All of that. But because of my leave of absence, my income is very inconsistent and I don't have the ability to plan ahead and really know what's happening. It actually got really screwed up this month, so I'm not doing a reset for July, but I do hope to do one in August. Or at least, or if I can't, I can do it, just maybe not the budgeting part. So I will be doing a reset video every month talking about goals, and I'm going to do my weight loss updates in those videos. So I will tell you now though, I'm not focusing on pounds lost in terms of just standing on the scale and this is how much weight I've lost. Instead, what I'm doing is there's something that we use at the gym I go to. It's probably everywhere, but it's called the InBody. I call it the little robot thing because it reminds me of the robot Eva in WALL-E. So I stand on the robot thing and it like scans your whole body and it tells you what your like body, like your entire body composition, like how much of your total weight is water, how much of your total weight is muscle, how much of it is fat. And so it'll also tell me every time I do it how many pounds of fat I have lost. And so I want to focus on that. My goal is pretty much 6 to 7 pounds of fat loss a month. So I don't know how doable that is. I do know that in 5 days I did lose 1.7 pounds, but I haven't been on the robot lady in a while, or not a while, like a week. So, and I think we do it like once every 2 weeks, I think. So I'm gonna at least do it once a month and see. I'd like to be able to do it once every 2 weeks, but that is just kind of what I'm focusing on to get me to my goal weight. My goal weight has changed. Originally I wanted to get to 130 pounds. Now I want to get to 150 pounds. And the reason for that is because muscle weighs more than fat. And I want to be gaining muscle while losing fat. And if I lose the amount of fat that is recommended based on the robot lady, that brings me to 150 pounds. So I went with 130 because that's what I used to weigh. I'm currently it says like 240, but my scale said 237 the other day, but we're going with what my most recent InBody said, which was 240. So that's still about 90 pounds, and that's what it's recommending is 90 pounds of fat loss. It did originally start me out at 92 pounds of fat loss. So I mean, I'm making progress. It takes a while, but it's actually really starting to make a difference. So that's where I'm at with like the weight loss and kind of other social media places. So again, as my channel progresses and I do more, I'm definitely going to be doing more vlogs. I still like doing certain sit down videos, but I do think it's going to be more vlog heavy than sit down heavy, whereas before I feel like it was a little more sit down than vlog. So I do hope that that change works for you guys, but vlogs are fun and I love to edit vlogs and I get to be more creative with the vlog, and my sit downs are probably going to be weird like this, where I cook good food that, I mean, this is definitely not a super fancy cooking video. So that's, let's see, we've got lifestyle. Yeah, so now we're just gonna do the Q&A. So let me go grab my phone. All right, so when/how did you know you wanted to be a writer? I don't know, honestly. Like, I was in high school when I was writing stories, and I think I just always knew that I was creative. And I think it was really just in high school is when I really, like, I was always a reader. I always loved reading, but it was when I was in high school that I really started exploring my creativity and realizing that, like, I could come up with stories and started writing things. Truthfully, in high school, though, the plan was to become an independent film producer. Didn't happen that way, but I still was writing stories back then. But it wasn't until, honestly, like 2000, I mean, I was coming up with stories and had plans for things I was going to write really all the way up until I went through a big writing kind of slump right around 2010-ish, and that lasted until about 2017 or 2018. And then I came up with the story for Behind the Red Door, which was the novel that I'm still really, I have plans for Behind the Red Door. I'm just still kind of going back and doing more research, and so Lexi and Allie and Aunt Sarah, they all still exist in my brain, and I love them to pieces, and I'm really excited to tell her story. It's just such a dark story that I really need to figure out what works best for it, and I'm not really sure if writing it as a novel is the best format right now. I'm kind of exploring the idea of doing other things with Behind the Red Door, but I might still want it as a novel. I'm not really sure. Anyways, got sidetracked. So when I came up with the idea and really started working on Behind the Red Door back in, I want to say that was 2018, that's really when I realized, like, I want to sit down and write a full novel and be a professional writer. Because I think that something happens when you start getting older and your life just doesn't go. When you're in high school, you're like, I'm gonna be a producer, I'm gonna make independent films. And then your life doesn't go that way. You just kind of give up on your dreams and you give up on your goals and you just kind of go through life. And that's what I did for a very long time. And then 2018, I think it was 18, when I started coming up with that story, I was like, no, like, I can self-publish this. I can write this and I can query it. Like, there is a path for me to do the things that I want to do, and I want to be a writer. So, yeah, and the rest is on my channel. So, that's a great question. Okay, so the next one, what is your favorite trope to write? Oh gosh, and I know that this is one that people don't always love, but I personally am a sucker for a good love triangle. So I definitely love incorporating like love triangles in my stories because those are the ones that really kind of gut me. So I know they're not always the most popular, but they're what I love and I love to write them. So I think that would definitely be one that I would say is my favorite one to write. Ones I'm excited to write though is I really want to write like a friends to lovers or an enemies to lovers, you know, that kind of thing. I love those. I also love second chance romance. I've gotten really into second chance romance books, so I think it'd be fun to write a second chance romance story, you know, kind of like the second chance romance that I have in my life. I mean, I wouldn't write it as a story, but you know, it's interesting to me that I got really into second chance romance stories about 2 years ago, and now I am actually, my person is a guy I dated in 2007. So, second chance romance. Do you like lo-fi music? I do. I will say I don't listen to it a ton, but I do like it. I think it's great. It's something that I like just to kind of put on in the background. My kids absolutely love it. I can't think off the top of my head right now what some of the channels that I watch are, but there's like ones that are really great for like when you're writing or when you're studying, and like you can put it on. It's like a little like cartoony chick and she's like writing. She's like a cat. I don't know if I'm making any sense, but yes, I do really like lo-fi music. I think that's really great. Do you write with music or movies in the background? I cannot function if there's movies or TV in the background. I mean, I can a little bit, but the writing definitely suffers. I also cannot write if it's completely silent. It also, I mean, I can, but it suffers too. I have a full playlist. I will link it down below if I don't already have it listed. But I do have a playlist of my favorite songs that I love to write to. So, it has a lot of songs on it, and it's got some of my favorite stuff, and yes, so definitely, but it has to be stuff that's like mostly female artists with very beautiful voices, kind of low and soft, kind of sad and like depressing music. That's the stuff I like to write to, because I also like to write really sad and depressing shit, so makes sense. Most common excuse that keeps you from writing. My children, they're literally the best excuse to always use, because oh, I couldn't write today because the kids were crazy. Oh, I couldn't write today because the kids stressed me out. Oh, I couldn't write today because I was so busy doing X, Y, and Z for the kids. However, I will say it's bullshit, because there are how many parents out there, and moms and single moms, that are still able to get it done. That is my most common excuse. But excuses are like assholes. Everybody has one. Okay, and the last one. What's the best way to get in the zone fast? I would say trying to create your perfect writing space, you know? Like for me, I like to light a candle or put some like aromatherapy scents on. I like to put on my playlist. I like it to be like very moody, you know? That's my favorite thing. But also, that just kind of gets me in like the calm creative zone. But then also for like actually productivity and getting like the thoughts going, because that just sets the mood. But for me to get the thoughts moving in my head, reading back what I've already written. So going back through and reading the last like page or couple pages, or you know, don't go back too far, but just kind of reading back what I had just written, like sparks more ideas. Also, driving in my car really like sparks a lot of ideas. I always get a lot of ideas when I can't actually write them, which sucks. But trying to like remember what those ideas were as I'm going through and like reading back through what somebody else had, or reading back through what I wrote most recently. I would say that is definitely the other thing that would get me that helps to get me into the zone really fast, especially when I'm using my kids as an excuse and, you know, haven't written in 3 weeks and you really just want to like crank out 1,300 words. Just sitting down and doing it. But also, I also find that for me, something that helps me get a lot of words in a day is by breaking it up between morning and night. Because I feel like for me, and I don't know, this isn't exactly like getting in the zone question, but one thing for me is when I look at it, I'm like, fuck, I have to write 1,300 words today. That's so many words. Like, I can't do that. Okay, but 1,300 is only, let's see if I can do math in my head after drinking a Corona, 650 words. If you put that in like 2, right? Or divide that by 2. So I just have to sit down and write 650 words in the morning. And then write another 650 words after I put the kids to bed. And that's a really great way for me to stop using the kiddos as an excuse for why I couldn't get my words in. Because you can do 650 words in a short amount of time. So for me, I would say sitting my ass in the chair, coming up with a plan of how I'm going to get the words in, and then just reading back through what I just most recently read and creating a good, you know, mood. So that's what I would say gets me in the zone. Other than that, that is everything that I had for you. I'm going to finish these tacos and finish this beer and then probably go to bed. I hope you enjoyed this weird ass chatty cook and drink with me and talk about stuff video. If you're not subscribed to my channel, please do, because we're gonna have a lot of fun here. Yeah, so hit the like button if you did like it. Subscribe to the channel, please. Ring the bell because YouTube sucks at notifying people. And on that note, I do have my Instagram linked. I also now have a Ko-fi page linked down below as well, where I'm going to be posting, you know, printable downloads and stuff that I have for sale. But also every time I have a video coming out, or even if I'm not posting, like, because you can't use the community tab unless you have, I think it's like 1,000 subscribers, and I don't have that at all. So I can't update you guys on things like, oh, there's not gonna be a video today, unless you are following me on Instagram. But even then, Instagram is really trash at showing all of your followers all your stuff. You know, you may not see that I posted a story or see if I post to my feed. So I'm using my Ko-fi page as a way of sharing my videos and also sharing updates if something's coming up, or if I have a question for you, or if I want to do a Q&A, I'll probably post that there next time too. So if you're gonna follow me anywhere, I would say obviously subscribe to my channel, follow me on Instagram because I love my Instagram and I'm on it every single day, but also follow me on Ko-fi. It is free and it's just the best way to get updates on whatever we're doing here. And you know what to do, my friends. Go write some words and read a book, and I will see you guys for another vlog on Friday.